Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Prabhuji just came, so if you want to wrap up and do japa later.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Nitai Gaura Chandra Gaura Hari Jaya Nitai Gaura Chandra Nitai Gaura Chandra Gaura Hari Jaya Prabhupadam Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Hare Krishna. So now we will chant one round together. So before we start chanting our rounds, one thing I want to say. So we had a japa workshop sometime in Q3 of 2024. Last year we had a japa workshop over 3 sessions. And in the japa workshop, we saw what are the benefits of chanting. So, how can we realize those benefits? So, to get the benefits of chanting, we have to be very deeply meditative in our chanting. So, very few times in a week, we get this opportunity where we can come together and chant together. You know, in our week, we are chanting all by ourselves. So we have to make the best use of our time when we are chanting together. So this opportunity that we have right now, where we are all chanting together, like we did in the Japa workshop, let's all close our eyes, go very deep into our chanting, hear the holy names, and have a prayerful attitude. So in our Japa workshop, we had done one thing, that we meditate on a prayer. The prayer should be a spiritual prayer where we focus on getting rid of our anarthas or building more devotee relationships. So, something spiritual. So, we focus on a spiritual prayer. We close our eyes, we hear the holy name, and focus on that prayer. So, let's all, today, when we are doing our chanting, let's all try to go deep into our chanting. And we have His Grace Dronacharya Prabhu who will lead us through the chanting. So, I'll put the mic close to you, Prabhu.
Just chant out. Just do it for. Hare Krishna. Does everybody have their beads? Any? Yeah. Anyone here for the first time that doesn't have beads with them? We're good. We go right into it. Okay. So we have some beads. Okay. So traditionally, we hold the beads in our right hand, and on each bead, between the middle finger and the thumb, we will just rotate and hold the bead, roll the bead in our hand, between our fingers, and chant the Maha Mantra: Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The meaning of this mantra: this is a mantra in which we pray for love of God. We ask the Lord to please engage me in your service. It's a simple, very profound prayer. It's not a material prayer. We're not asking for material benedictions. We're simply asked to be absorbed in the Lord's presence. The nature of spiritual sound is that the name and that which is named are non-different. It's different than material sound. Say water, 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 or Coca-Cola. You don't actually get your thirst quenched. In fact, the more you say it, the more thirsty you become. But when you say a spiritual name, is non-different, it's absolute in nature. So Krishna is actually present in his name, fully. Not as a representative, but he's actually fully present in his name. Due to our material conditioning, we may not be able to experience that right away. But by Krishna's grace, if he sees some sincerity within our hearts, with our attitude of wanting to meet him, he can reveal himself to us. So that is our prayer. Krishna, please engage me in your service. Reveal yourself to this unworthy servant of yours. So 108 beads, so we'll chant 108 mantras. When we start off, we're going to pray to Lord Chaitanya and his associates to please remove any obstacles we have on the path of chanting. Please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas, Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Let us begin. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all for chanting with such great attention and focus. You can really feel the vibration of the spiritual energy just kind of coming out of the walls. It's bouncing off, this beautiful temple here, and it's just radiating. And I know that for those that are used to this chanting, sometimes when you go through it a little slow, you're not used to it, so it gets like, come on, I got to speed up. And sometimes it's good to slow it down. At least once a week, you can slow it down and really focus on hearing the words, the pronunciation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We get accustomed to a fast life. Just a reflection that I have on this is that there was a time in my life where, and sadly, I'm just kind of confessing to a mistake I made, and I'm just mentioning this because I don't want you to make these mistakes also. That one of the goals of my japa period was to see how fast I could complete it in. And I would time myself. And sometimes I'm under 2 hours. Sometimes I'm under an hour and 50 minutes. But with that, I lost a lot. I lost quality time to be with Krishna. And yes, the mantra was going on, and a lot of times I didn't pronounce it properly. You know, Srila Prabhupada actually talked about this at one point. He was making fun of it. What is this? You know, he says what? Because we're always thinking like something's ahead of us. There's somewhere else I need to be other than right here. But at the same time, we find out that we hear that there's actually no service greater than actually chanting the holy names of the Lord. There's no service more purifying than chanting the holy names. It speaks to our conditioned nature of how we neglect even the basic things, the things that are designed for our spiritual upliftment. We're willing to sacrifice them, as simple as it is. Sometimes we can't even do that properly sometimes. So this brings us to a reflection on just humility and how we should take it very seriously. Pronunciation, pace. Find what's right for you. You should go fast in the way that the mind doesn't wander. Sometimes you go so slow. Satsrup Maharaj mentions this in his book, Japa Reform. If you go too slow, the mind just kind of starts to wander, because the mind can wander at the speed, just like that, the mind can wander. But if you go too fast, sometimes you don't actually hear the Maha Mantra, and then you lose the effectiveness of the chanting. Yeah, but thank you all for chanting so beautifully there. Hare Krishna. And for those that don't chant on a regular basis, we encourage you to do an experiment. The lender beads that they passed around, there's a gift store, you can buy beads of your own personal ones. Take it home, and one time a day, in the morning when you wake up or before you go to bed or some point. Just do one time around. Do it for 1 week and then come back and tell the devotees here how it feels. Something magical will happen, and that's the magic of this Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Shri Srinitha Gaur Chandra ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, we're very fortunate to have this afternoon with us His Grace Dronacharya Prabhu. You've already heard an impromptu lecture from him about chanting. So we'll say what he's going to talk about today is part 2 of 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 the holy name. Because Lord Chaitanya got us very interested in the holy name. And Gopanim is around the corner. It's going to be coming very soon. And so we're going through a series of the 8 shlokas that Lord Chaitanya put together. We're on the 4th one today. And so we're very fortunate to have His Grace Dronacharya Prabhu, Temple President of ISKCON Philadelphia, here. And then we have Brett, Brett here, and Dr. David. They also will have come today, so I'm super excited to see all of them. Hare Krishna. Jai. So please, Hare Krishna. Jai. Yeah, Jimmy is not here.
It's great to be here, the home of Sri Chandra and all the wonderful Harrisburg devotees. It's always great to be here with you all. As Pariksha Prabhu said, I come from Philadelphia. It's not very far, but for whatever reason, I haven't been able to come here and be with you all. And I really gain a lot from your association. I love this temple. As soon as we come inside of here, the spiritual energy is just really amazing. Thank you for having me. And also the topic tonight on the Sikastakam. I find it very inspiring to know that you're studying this. And I collaborate a lot, being a sister temple, Harrisburg and Philadelphia nearby. We collaborate. I talk to Mother Anasuya a lot about the programs that she does, and she asks me about what we do in Philadelphia. So we're not doing Sikastakam per se, but we are. Once I heard what you guys are doing here in Harrisburg, we're doing topics on Lord Chaitanya leading up to Gaur Purnima.
So there was one request that came from Anusuya Mataji. All the devotees can get a little in front, because later on we'll have more devotees coming in. Hare Krishna.
Where'd she come from?
She gave me instruction.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, for time wise, what is the arti? 5. What's it? 6:15. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you for. Okay, Arti Guru Puja begins at what time? Okay, all right. Okay, good. All right, perfect. Great. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari. Jai Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Ashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Sai Gaur Premanande. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Umalitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Swapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in the lead up to Gora Purnima, which is coming on in March, about a little less than a month away, we're learning about these verses, the Sikastakam prayers. And what's significant about this is that only 8 things Lord Chaitanya actually wrote. He spoke a lot, he preached a lot, he set the supreme example of how to be a devotee, but he only wrote down, he didn't write books. From his teachings, his disciples wrote books, but he only wrote down 8 prayers. So when you think of a person of his magnitude, and he only writes down eight things, it's an indication that these are pretty important for us, and that we should study them, know them, regularly, repeat them, and meditate upon them. So the first 2 weeks they went over the first 3 verses, the first 3 weeks, and today we're on verse number 4 of the Sikastakam. Let me just pull it up here. I'll say it line by line. Some of you may know it, some of you don't. We'll just go line by line to see, so we can all chant it together. Nadanam najanam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhagavad bhaktir ahaitaki tvayi nadanam najanam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhagavad bhaktir ahaitaki tvayi nadanam najanam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhagavad bhaktir ahaitaki tvayi. We'll go over the word for word in the class, but let me read the translation. There's several different translations you can find to this. It is in the Antya Lila of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 20, text number 29. This is the translation. O Lord of the universe, I do not desire material wealth, materialistic followers, a beautiful wife, or fruit of activities described in flowery language. All I want, life after life, is unmotivated devotional service to you. O Lord of the universe, I do not desire material wealth, materialistic followers, a beautiful wife, or fruit of activities described in flowery language. All I want, life after life, is unmotivated devotional service to you. We're all familiar with prayer, especially when it comes to us needing something. From a very young age, we're taught to pray. Even if we don't believe in God, we want the things that we can't have or that we don't have. And we feel that God, as an order supplier, can actually deliver them to us. I grew up at a block away from me was our family church, and we used to walk there. I used to walk by there every single day on my way to school, and I'd go up to the church steps and kind of like this, like if you lived like I would live like right down the street, and the school was down there. I'd walk by it, and I'd hold on to the doors of the church. The church was locked in the morning on a weekday, and I would hold on to it, and I'd say my prayers. My prayer was, good grades in school. My prayer was that a particular girl would like me, and during a particular sports season, I would do well in that particular sport. And then I just did something that completely speculative. I would pull on the door really fast. And I said, one of these days the door is going to open. And when the door opens, that's going to be a sign that God actually heard my prayer. It's just a mental speculation. But we're all familiar with these. We go through our lives praying to God. And sometimes they're the most ridiculous prayers. Prayers. I'm from Philadelphia, so we just had the Super Bowl, and the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last week. And people were praying. A lot of people were in church last week, to pray that the Eagles would win the Super Bowl. And these are the types of prayers that people put out. And we laugh about it, because the reason we're laughing about it is because we realize just how ridiculous it is. But it's a reality that people really are attached to these types of material desire fulfilling prayers. The doors to the church one day actually came open. I prayed and I pulled them open. There were painters inside painting the church. And they were so surprised to see me, and I was so surprised to see them that I just ran, because I thought I might get in trouble. So when we hear prayers like this, as spoken by Lord Chaitanya, who has come for the sole purpose to teach us the proper way to execute spiritual life. He was the ideal devotee, showing us through his personal example how to be a devotee. We need to take it seriously. And in his prayer, he outlines all of the things 500 years ago that are still relevant today that we pray for. Nadanam, wealth. This has to be in the top 5 of things that people pray for. We want to acquire money. Money will bring us happiness, will bring us security, will bring us peace of mind. And we're always searching for more money. Can never have enough of it. If you get lucky and you get $100,000, you'll be looking to say, well, how can I turn that $100,000 into $200,000? It won't be satisfied. It's an element of lust, which Lord Krishna says, it's never satisfied by adding more lust, just as fire is never satisfied by continuing to give it fuel. This quest for wealth, for the purpose of this bringing us significance and happiness, is a futile desire, is a futile effort here in this world. And we see time and time again that those that actually have the most are the most shallow and are actually suffering the most inside. Does this person really love me? Or do they like me because I can give them something? More money, more problems. Tax, IRS, you're trying to hide your money into another account so that you pay less taxes, and then you start separate businesses under other people's names and LLCs. And you start coming up with all these different types of ways to protect your money out of fear that you could lose it and hold on to it as much. But yet we still pray for it, knowing that it's really not going to give us everything that we're looking for. Najanam. So this is followers, appreciation, to make us feel significant. Now, back then, they didn't have, when Lord Chaitanya was speaking about this, they didn't have social media. But what is social media about? It's about acquiring followers. How many followers do I have? You only have 1,000 followers? I have 550,000 followers. Wow, you got a lot of followers. Then what does that following do to us? Makes us feel good. Makes us feel significant. Makes us feel worthy, appreciated. So this desire to want a following is a deep down desire for appreciation, for relevance. And what is that relevance? Materially, I'm somebody special, and I'm going to get acknowledged from it. I'm going to gain some fame from it. I'll get recognition. But what does that do? It reinforces a false sense of self. Krishna teaches us in the Bhagavad Gita that those that are on the devotional path, they need to be free from the dualities of praise and blame. When we receive too much attention, glorification, have a large following, we become addicted to this sense of glorification. But we also know that this doesn't last very long. Some of the most popular people, actually, they go through these highs and then the huge pitfalls and the depression that comes when you no longer have followers, when you've had a huge following, is devastating, almost worse than death. And that's what Krishna tells Arjuna. He says that infamy for a person like you, Arjuna, is actually worse than death. There was a famous, it's been a little time now, but I grew up in a family, and we're close to Penn State University, but there was a coach, Hall of Fame coach, named Joe Paterno. I mean, he was as popular as you. My father still has a book of him on his bookshelf. He sits it on the coffee table sometimes when it's football season. And people have shirts. I mean, he was as popular as you could possibly be. He was identified with the university. When you thought university, you thought Joe Paterno. When you thought college football, Joe Paterno. He couldn't give it up. He loved it so much, and the people loved him. And then there was a sex scandal with young boys. It was disgusting. And it got exposed, and he got implicated in it. And literally overnight, he went from one of the most popular people in the United States to one of the most unpopular people. Within a couple months, he died. And this is the effects of this desire for wanting appreciation, recognition, following. It gives us a false sense of self. Now, there's a way to combat that. And I mentioned, you have to be free from both praise and blame. We like to accept the praise. When the blame comes, it's actually really hard. So sometimes in order to purify this desire, Krishna actually puts situations in our life where we become blamed for things to help separate out this material desire we have in our heart that we need to become free from. Otherwise, how are we going to uproot that? So Krishna sometimes puts us in situations where we're actually going to not get praise. We may have to receive some criticism. We may actually get blamed for something. We had a book distribution seminar yesterday in Philadelphia, And one of the main reasons why people don't like to actually go on book distribution, and because we know it's good for people, and we know that people need it, we know the world needs it, we know transcendental knowledge will change the world. But one of the main reasons they don't do it is because fear of rejection. But that rejection actually purifies our false ego. This false sense of self, which is craving for appreciation. People pouring over us. Oh, you're so wonderful. Oh, your kirtan is so great. Oh, your class is great. Your cooking is so great. And if we hear that person give us a little bit of input or corrective feedback, we want to make them they become our enemy. So that's Najanam. Lord Chaitanya is saying, I don't want followers. I don't want wealth. I don't want followers. Then he says, I don't want beautiful women. So, and that goes, obviously, the converse of that. I don't want handsome men, for the ladies. So you gain all these followers, and you're hoping within that following that you will find somebody that you will have a relationship with, you can become intimate with. You get dressed up, you buy cosmetics, you go to the gym to exercise, you show off in some way in order to attract somebody of the opposite sex, to get them to feel, or to get you to feel like there's an opportunity for a relationship, thinking that that relationship will actually fulfill my happiness. And Lord Chaitanya says, I don't want that. I'm not praying to you, God, to deliver me this. And they says, na kavitam. So this is our fruitive activities as described in the Vedas. The Vedas describe two paths. Shishi Nitai Gora Chandra Ki Jai. The Pravritti Marg and the Nivritti Marg. The path of sense enjoyment, which we've just described. How do I worship God in order to get the most level of sense enjoyment? And also the path of renunciation, Nivritti Marg. This path is actually superior because it teaches self-sacrifice, giving up one's lower desires for a higher desire. But Lord Chaitanya says, even religiosity, I'm not praying for. What is it that he's praying for? Your unmotivated devotional service. He says, birth after birth. So this birth after birth indicates that he's praying not even for liberation. Now this is a really big one, because even if we can get over the hurdle of saying, okay, I'm not going to pray for, a partner, I'm not going to pray for wealth, I'm not going to pray for followers, I'm not even going to pray for the benefits of praying for you materially, some material benediction. I'm not even going to pray to you for liberation. Liberation means at the end of this life, I'm not coming back here. I'm going to become free. Oftentimes liberation is compared to impersonal liberation, or merging into the Brahmajyoti. No more problems. There's no more relationships. None of the challenges we find here. Everything is just one. Undifferentiated spiritual energy. He's saying, I don't even want liberation. That's not my goal of praying to you. In fact, and that's why he's saying, birth after birth. If I come back here birth after birth, this is what I want. It doesn't matter whether I'm here in the spiritual, if I'm in the spiritual world or here in the material world. I only want your devotional service. Unmotivated. He uses the word ahetuki, unmotivated. Now, you may know this word ahetuki. It comes in, you're about to say, another verse. There's another verse, a famous verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto of the first chapter. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakter ahoksaje ahaituki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. Ahaituki apratiyata. That the supreme dharma or religion for all of humanity is unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service to the Supreme Lord. That's what will actually satisfy the true self. And that is what Lord Chaitanya is praying for. He's correcting us. He knows our material conditioning. He knows that in the beginning we may pick up our beads and start chanting Hare Krishna, or coming to the temple and offering prayers, because we want something in return. But he's setting the standard of what is expected of us, to gain his attention and mercy, but also so that we don't remain here in this material consciousness, that we are able to transcend it. So one may ask the question, who's going to then take care of all the material things that I need? I'm praying to God for my stuff. That's important to me. But if I'm not going to pray to God for these things, I'm only going to pray to him for devotional service, how can I be assured that these other things will be taken care of? Because in my heart, I still may not be convinced that I don't need more wealth, or I don't need followers, or I don't need beautiful association around me. Right? But if I take this step where I tell Krishna, Krishna, I am yours, how can I be assured that Krishna is going to take care of the things that I need? Krishna tells us if we go before him, and say that Krishna, I am yours. Krishna Tamarahana. It's actually a really beautiful prayer. If you go before Nitai Gaurachandra and say, Krishna Tamarahana. Krishna, I belong to you. Krishna, I am yours. Krishna actually says, one who comes to me, I give them all refuge. This is the lesson that Lord Ram taught when he accepted the brother of his enemy, Vibhishan. He came before him. He says, I am yours. I belong to you. He says, I give you all protection. So there's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita. It says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janan paryupashyate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogashema bhajamyaham. That those who surrender unto Krishna exclusively, they give up all this nadanam, najanam, nasundarim, wealth, followers, material prosperity. They're no longer praying for that. I only want your devotional service, Lord. Let it be unmotivated. When one does that, Krishna says, to that person, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Krishna personally does it. He enters into one's life and personally sees to the maintenance and care of such a devotee. Now, these verses are specifically about the holy name and how we should chant the holy name, the mood in which we should chant. You may or may not be, but it won't be surprising if you're not at that level where you can say, I'm free from these desires. I still may have material hankerings. At least when we chant, we take our time. We spend our time with Krishna and chant. Kirtan, or japa, we can at least adopt this consciousness. While I'm chanting, don't let me pray for these things. Don't let my mind wander and start dwelling on the things that I think will bring me happiness. Let me put my faith in Krishna while I'm chanting his holy names. Let's see what will come out. Philosophically, we know what the truth is. That none of these things are actually going to bring us happiness. They're all going to disappear in time. They're all going to fall away. And we hear this day in and day out in all of our classes. When we chant the holy name, we get the opportunity to practice this. Where is our mind? Where is our mind taking shelter? If our mind is taking shelter on how we accumulate wealth, if our mind is taking shelter on how do I attract somebody, a love partner, if my mind is thinking about how popular can I be, we're inattentive while we're chanting, and Krishna's mercy will not flow to us. But at least in the most subtle way in our minds, when we chant, we can chant with a desire for unmotivated service. Krishna, I just want to hear your holy name. I want to trust in your holy name that you will provide me with everything that I need. And therefore, I can exclusively give myself to you. Just in the chanting. Meaning that at the end of my chanting, I won't have any longing. I won't be thinking, oh, I just wish I would have thought about this while I was chanting. I can give my time. Everybody can do that without any major sacrifice. That when you chant, you can just chant for pure devotional service. Pure union with Krishna. And what's subtle is bound to become gross. When we purify that desire within us, Krishna then begins to work in our external activities. And then we'll start to see a lifestyle begin to change. So these are a couple words to consider. It doesn't require any payment. It doesn't require any sacrifice in actual relationships. This is just your relationship with Krishna while you chant. Giving up these material desires. And then allow Krishna to show you how peaceful and beautiful that state of being is. And then allow him to show you what will manifest after that. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any comments, questions, thoughts? Yes, sir. Hare Krishna.
Pray to the God, and if there is any objective behind my prayer, because when I am praying to the God, there is always a desire running within me, to get something from out of it. So you mentioned that if you have any desire, even the desire of liberation, then your prayer is it's go in vain. So my question is, for a person like me, how is it possible that I can pray to him without looking for any objective out of it? And two important things you mentioned, Prabhuji. One is unconditional devotional services, and you also mentioned about surrender to him. So being a layman, I wanted to know, what should I do from now so that next time when I meet you, I should be on that path, that I am completely surrendered to Him, and I am doing unconditional, devotional service to Him. So I don't know what exactly I should do for devotional services, and what should I do to get surrendered to Him. So if you can give us some more thoughts on this, it would be appreciated.
Thank you for the nice question. The thing is, we can all do it. And Lord Chaitanya wouldn't be giving us this instruction if it wasn't possible. We just have to adjust our consciousness. For instance, when I was praying up until the time I met devotees of Krishna, I had the equation all wrong. And this was the first instruction that I got from Srila Prabhupada in his books that was so significant in my life, is that our prayers should be to please Krishna, not ourselves. That knowledge, it changed things so quickly from my perspective. I said, all throughout my life I was looking at it completely wrong. I thought I was actually the object of the prayer. When I pray, I thought I was the one that was actually supposed to be the person who was to gain from this. And why did I think this way? Well, that's the way my parents told me to pray. That's the way I observed. I was never taught to pray properly. So it's natural to pray. Well, what are you going to pray for? What are the things you want? What are the things you need? But to understand that the equation that I had was wrong. Actually, Krishna is the center of the prayer. And when we give to Krishna, we actually find the most fulfillment. You may have heard this analogy of watering the root of a tree. That was the one that really opened it up for me. Is that when you water the root of the tree, naturally everything else on the tree becomes nourished. But if you just sit there and try to water the leaves of a tree, I don't know, maybe the leaves absorb it in a little bit, but most leaves have this oil on it, and the water just rolls right off. And this is what we're doing. We're trying to enjoy separately through prayer from God. But God is actually the source of all of that. We're a part of that. So when we worship God through unmotivated prayer, we actually feel the nourishment. And that's what Lord Chaitanya wants you to experience. You have to, if you put that effort in, you say, like, how can somebody like me? I mean, I said the same thing. How could somebody like me? But it hit me, and it started to make sense. God is not our order supplier. Constitutionally, we are dasya. The jiva, the soul, is an eternal servant of Krishna. So with this understanding, when we pray as the servant, not as the master. And it's just flipping that equation around. So you can try it, and that's what it requires. It's just an adjustment in our attitude, in our consciousness. And what you'll find is that Krishna will give you so much more than what you ever prayed for before. Krishna fulfills all the desires of his devotees. I'll tell you one quick story. There was a famous golfer. His name was Arnold Palmer. I don't know if anybody ever hear of Arnold Palmer, right? So he's back in the 80s. He was one of the number one golfers at the time. And he was in Saudi Arabia, and they were doing some type of promotion of golf, and they were trying to put together some resorts, and they had celebrity golf tournament there. And he met with the king, one of the of Saudi Arabia. And when he met him, he said to him, you know, very nice to meet you. You know, you're a very famous golfer. Is there anything I can do for you? Arnold Palmer didn't really know what to do. He says, you can give me just like an honorary golf club. And, you know, he never thought about it again. Days went by, weeks went by. He went back to America and he's living his life, training for the PGA Tour. And then one day he got this envelope in the mail, confidential, from Saudi Arabia. And he thought, oh, this must be a certificate of attendance or something like that. And he opens it up and he's looking at it and he realized that on this piece of paper was a deed to land a 300-acre golf club. Now, in the English language, the word club can mean a stick that you hit the ball with, or it can mean, like, we have a Bhakti Yoga club, right? Or we have a men's club, like a group of people. Or it can actually mean an actual physical place where people gather to do activities. In Arnold Palmer's limited mind, you know, just an honorary golf club that, you know, maybe it's stenciled in there, Saudi Arabia tournament, he could hang on his wall. But the king's capacity was so much greater than what he could even imagine, to even ask for. And he gifted him with an actual estate of a golf resort. So a lot of times we pray for things, we don't know the capacity of Krishna. But when we give ourselves to Krishna, we have to realize he has the ability to move mountains, change scenarios beyond what we can physically do ourselves or even imagine with our limited mind. And what Lord Chaitanya is telling us in these prayers, don't rely on yourself. Surrender to Krishna. Krishna will fulfill all desires. And we can practice that just in our prayers. Is that okay, sir? Yeah. Sure, we can talk more if you want afterwards. Thank you. Anything else? Any other questions, reflections, comments? Anybody practice this when they pray, when they chant the holy names? Please, sir.
Quick answer on a small question. How do you handle the fear of rejection? You said, while book distribution, many devotees get the fear of rejection, right? How do you handle that?
Yeah, the best way to handle rejection. It's not a good thing. It never feels good until you realize it's actually good for you. And it's hard. But when you know, the best way to do it, there's two types of people that I think that can cope with rejection. The ones that just don't care, they just have no conscience, and they'll just ask anybody, for anything, And then there's those that are doing it for a higher cause, and they're willing to sacrifice they're willing to sacrifice their self. What's the right word? Like apprehensions, or any type of, they're willing to sacrifice that for the pleasure of Krishna. Yeah. They're willing to sacrifice their own sense of false sense of self-worth in order for a higher cause. So on behalf of the spiritual master, and we see this with Srila Prabhupada, his disciples were so convinced he was so pure, they would do some of the most um, daring things, like move to England without any money or any plan or any contact and just say, we're going to figure it out when we get there. Malati Prabhu and Shamasundar Prabhu, they had, a very young baby at the time. But they trusted. They said, we're going to do this for a much higher cause. So when we go out on things like book distribution and, excuse me, sir, no. Are you interested? No. Out of my way, no. And sometimes they just look at you with this, how dare you interrupt my time? And you just think so bad. You can think that each one of those is trying to chip away at that false ego that's preventing me from thinking, I exist only for Krishna's pleasure. And therefore it's actually a good thing, deep down. It may not feel good. What's poison in the beginning will eventually turn to nectar. I did something a couple years ago when I went on book distribution in the Christmas marathon. Some people have a quota of how many books they're going to distribute. I had a quota of how many times I'm going to be rejected. And I said, I forget what it was, so 20 times. I said, I'm not going in until I get 20 rejections. And then when I get 20 rejections, it actually starts to feel normal. You don't feel it anymore. You just kind of become. But with that, there's a lot of prayer involved. I know this is hard for me, Krishna, but I'm out here acting on your behalf as a servant. I don't care if people think I'm a fool. I don't care how it looks to everybody else. But I'm convinced that your message needs to go out to these people. And I'm willing to undergo that austerity to act as your servant on your behalf. And when that happens, the empowerment begins. You got to take that step to Krishna. Being with other devotees obviously helps as well. So you're feeling, there's a protection there. But it is a step of faith. Thank you for the question. Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Hare Krishna Mata.
The first verse of Siksastakam, where Lord Chaitanya is speaking about respecting even the ant and the humility. So I think that if we imbibe that, and when we go out to distribute books, if we have that with everyone or every living entity, then this will make the rejection. We'll be able to handle that better. And of course, throughout our lives, if we can imbibe that consciousness of being humble and respecting. Because I remember back in the early days, in this early 70s, the devotees just thought that, everyone who ate meat was a demon. Because the devotees were very naive then. They didn't, we've grown a lot. So there was, I remember devotees would go and maybe they had to work. They had to get a karmi job. And they weren't able to work because they weren't able to keep the job because they went in with a feeling of superiority because they're vegetarian, because they're Hare Krishna. So people picked up that energy. And they weren't able to do it. They weren't able to work. So I wanted to just mention those two things, the respect and the humility and seeing everyone as a jiva. And I think when we go about our lives, if we do that, then we'll actually become a lot wiser and we'll grow in our devotional life. And of course, that's the ego when we're feeling that superiority. And the ego is there. So if we just balance that, I just wanted to say that.
That was wonderfully said.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That was really nice. Thank you. Jai. Okay. Anything else? Thank you all for listening very attentively. Your questions and your comments. And let's try to apply this. It doesn't cost us anything. In our prayer, let it be selfless. Let it be directed to Krishna. Let it be a haitaki, unmotivated. And when our mind starts to wander to these things, let us remind ourselves that this is going to take us to a path that's not going to be ultimately beneficial for us. It'll bring distress. Let's direct it towards Krishna. And then see. You can do the experiment yourself. See how it works in your life. Shri Sikastakam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna.
His Grace Dronacharya Prabhu ki jai. Thank you for a very wonderful, practical lecture for all of us. We got a lot to pick from it. So now the buddies will have Guru Puja. So let's get ready for Guru Puja. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Bando Mui Savadana Mate. Bandhu mui savadana mati. Tahara prasade vai ibavatu yajai. Krishna prapti ho jaha hoiti. Krishna prapti ho jaha hoiti. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Te Kuya Kya. Arana Kuri Ho Mane Asha. Arana Kori Ho Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttama Gati. Je prashade pore sava asha. Je prashade pore sava asha. Chakudan dilo je janme janme Prabhu se. Chakudan dilo je janme janme Prabhu se. Devi Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Devi Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinasha Jate. Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinasha Jate. Vede Jai Jahara Charito. Vede Jai Jahara Charito. Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu. Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu. Lokana Lokera Divana. Aha Prabhu Korodoya Deho More Padachaya. Aha Prabhu Korodoya Deho More Padachaya.
Ebejas Gushukti Bhuvana Ebejas Gushukti Bhuvana Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nithai Gora Haribo, 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 Nithai Gora Haribo. Rama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Shatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Go Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Ho Go Bhakta Vrinda. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Guru Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Gaurahari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaurahari. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Guru Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Gaurahari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaurahari. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Guru Jaya Sachinanda, Jaya Sachinanda. Jaya Sachinandana Gaurahari. Jaya Sachinandana Gaurahari. Gora, Gora, Gaurahari. Guru Gora, Gora, Gaurahari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaurahari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaurahari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Evo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Vivo. Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatme Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatme Jagannatha 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 Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatme O Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatme Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra Nitai Gora Chandra Gora Hari Jaya Nitai Gora Chandra Nitai Gora Chandra Gora Hari Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Gora Premanande Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivajakachachi Stotra Satasisi Maris Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Nityalila Pavishta Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivajakachachi Stotra Satasisi Maris Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavind Ki Nama Acharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shari Gaur Bhaktavind Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Sham Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Mathura Dham Ki Navadvip Dham Ki Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jagannath Swami Ki Ganga Mai Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Tulsi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Hare Krishna Mantra Ki Samaveda Bhaktavind Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Glories to the Prabhupada. Om Shivaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Swami. Namaste Krishna Paraya Prabhupada Siddhartha Sri Gaura Karani Shakti Bhakti Devi. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Paladadinaine. Paladadinaine. Hiranyakasipo Vaksha. Sila Tankana Kanaye. Sila Tankana Kanaye. Ito nestingo barato nestingo. Yato yato yami tato nestingo. Yato yato yami tato nestingo. Baje nestingo, hridaye nestingo. Baje nestingo, hridaye nestingo. Narasinghamadim saranam prapadye. Narasinghamadim saranam prapadye. Tavakarakam haravare rakam Abuta Singha Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tanobinga Keshavadita Nirupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. Keshavarihito Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya nothing Hare, nothing Hare, nothing Hare, Jaya nothing Hare. Jaya Phalanwara, 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 Jaya Phalanwara. Haribo, 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 Nitai Goda Haribo. Nitai Goda Haribo, 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 Nitai Goda Haribo. सिंह भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna,
हरे कृष्ण,
Hare Krishna,
हरे
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So everyone must be wondering, where is Anusuya Mataji? Why am I giving the announcements? So Mataji is in Mayapur to attend Haribo. Is in Mayapur Dham. She is attending the temple president's meetings there. So, so for today's announcement, so firstly, welcome everyone to the Sunday program. And Mataji sent me a whole list of things to say. So firstly, we'll follow the tradition that Mataji started from this year. What is that tradition? Yeah, look to the left, look to the right, and greet them with Hare Krishna. Haribol. Okay. So, we are very glad to have the presence of His Grace Dronacharya Prabhu and Bhakta Brett too. Haribol. So, I missed the class because I was downstairs teaching the Sunday school. But the little that I heard about chanting that Prabhu has said, there is a difference when a person who speaks from his years of experience of doing spiritual practices, it has a different potency. Like, for example, I could be saying the very same things that Dronacharya Prabhu is saying, but because he has been practicing for so many years, it carries a different potency, it carries a different realization. When, in Bhagavad Gita it says, like, we should learn the truth from one who has realized it. That's why when we hear from the mouths of devotees who are senior, who are very advanced in their realization, then transformation comes in our heart. We're used to a lot of information in this age of technology, but we should start looking at transformation, not just information. So, one thing that Dronacharya Prabhu said during his chanting is, how many of you don't have a chanting mala at home? Raise your hand. Or don't chant at home. Who all don't have a chanting mala? Okay, everyone has a chanting mala. Okay, that's first requirement. Second, who does not chant one round every day? Like at least one round. Who is not chanting? Okay, we have a few people. So what did Dronacharya Prabhu say during the chanting? Anyone remember? If you are not chanting, do an experiment. For 1 week, just chant one round. Early in the morning when you wake up after you have freshened up, in the morning is best. But if you don't get time at morning, evening is also fine. But chant one round each day. Just try this as an experiment. And you will see the transformation. You know, the proof of the pie is in the pudding, right? We have to try it. This is experiential. So when we try it, we'll see it. On the note of chanting, we also have a japa call that we do every morning. I also attend it sometimes. So one thing is when we chant in a congregation, when we chant together, the potency is magnified. So that's why I encourage, those who can in the morning, they can jump on the japa call. It's on the WhatsApp group and attend the chanting. Then the next thing is, so we have started, you must have seen in our emails, the Bhakta Juniors program. So we'll have 3 events once every month. And the whole point of this event is to give the basics of Krishna consciousness to our kids. So this is specially towards the kids who are looking to join our class. Poona Mataji, maybe Mataji connected with you, Poona Mataji and Khara Prabhu. So it is specially geared to, there are a lot of students who are wanting to join our Sunday school. Please bring them to this session because this will get them warmed up or up to speed with all the content that we have covered. Because if they join the classes midway, there will be a big lapse. Already we have covered a lot of content. So those new kids who want to join, they can join this Bhakta Juniors program. Along with that, Mataji texted me that those who are existing kids, they can also join this class because we'll be covering a lot of interesting things and we'll also be having a lot of fun activities. So look out for the email, and if you know who are wanting to join our Sunday school, so the age groups, I think between 7 to 15 or something is there in the flyer. So those who are interested to join, please bring them to the Bhakta Juniors program. Then the next thing is quite a few of you have joined the Journey to Self-Discovery course. So this course will be starting on Wednesday, 7:30 to 9 p.m. It will happen on Zoom. So a lot of you, I've sent out an email early today. So if you go to your inbox and all the details are there, and the classes will start on Wednesday. An important note for that is try to be on time because we have a lot of content to cover in this Journey of Self-Discovery course. It starts at 7:30, so try to join promptly. And another thing that Mataji has been saying about the Journey of Self-Discovery, attend all the 6 sessions. Because if you miss one session, it's a logical progression. You miss one session, then you won't be able to catch up with the next class. Yes. Yes. So those who haven't joined, those who have joined, they already know. But those who haven't joined and are thinking to join in the future, because we'll be doing another session in April. So Journey of Self-Discovery is a very foundational course that is provided by ISKCON. So as we know, our Shastras are very vast and very deep. For example, Srimad Bhagavatam alone contains, how many verses does Srimad Bhagavatam contain? Anyone knows? Prabhu, you know. How many verses does Srimad Bhagavatam contain? Anybody knows? Yes. 18,000 verses. 18,000 verses. So imagine how big. So that's just Srimad Bhagavatam. And we have other books as well. So what we understand is the Vedic knowledge is very vast and very deep. So to navigate that, to even start, like where do we even start? How do we even tackle this? How do we even understand the basics of Bhagavad Gita? How do we start? So for that, ISKCON has created this course, Journey of Self-Discovery, which gives the very, very basics of Krishna consciousness. And once we take that course, we can start taking much more advanced course in ISKCON. Because Prabhupada has time and again said that we have to do systematic study of the Vedas. Systematic. He has many times emphasized this point, systematic. Just like how we go in school. When we study math, first we study simple addition and subtraction. Then we study even more advanced algebra, then even more advanced calculus. So similarly, Vedic study is also supposed to be that way. You start with the basics, then you go to advanced topics. So that's a little bit of what the course entails. So those who haven't signed up and would like to sign up in the future, we will be doing another one in April. So that time we'll again start sending out emails. Yes. Yeah, we have for this session we have closed registration, but we'll again reopen for the next one, and then people can sign up. Okay, March 11th. What's happening? What is the next big event after Nityanand Trayodasi? Gaur Purnima ki jai! So we'll be doing Gaur Purnima on March 11th, which is a Thursday. So it is a weekday. We'll start at 6 p.m. So again, please come promptly. We'll have bhajans. We'll have Abhishek of Sri Sri Nitai Gaur Chandra ki. And we'll have a very special performance by Sunday school students. So please come, please attend. And then we'll hear the glories of Lord Chaitanya. And we'll have Gaur Arati and very special feast. The next thing is we have Mahaprasad at the gift shop. So I want to talk a little bit about Mahaprasad. So recently I was in India, and I visited two temples. I was there in ISKCON Delhi, and then I was also there in ISKCON Mayapur. And there getting Mahaprasad is next to impossible. There are so many devotees. I mean, forget about devotees. There are so many Brahmins. There are so many initiated devotees. There are so many Brahmins. There are so many senior devotees. It's impossible to get Mahaprasad. What is Mahaprasad? The direct prasad from the deities. That is Mahaprasad. So, one of the good things of being part of a small temple is we have access to direct Mahaprasad of the deities. This is not a very usual case. Maybe in Philly temple also it's maybe hard to get Mahaprasad. It's such a big temple. But ours is a small temple. So we have the great fortune of getting Mahaprasad. So everyone avail this opportunity. It's there in the gift shop. So after taking darshan, you are most welcome to get some of the Mahaprasad. Okay. And lastly, today for cleaning team, we are little short on hands. So those who can help a little bit after having prasadam, we'll be very glad. Anyone need to know what cleaning services are there, they can come to me. I can guide you. There is a lot of services today. So please help as you can. Okay. So with that, we'll go to the prasadam prayers. Who do we have? I see you are volunteering. Very well.
Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnave Swalpa Punyavatam Rajam Vishwasanaiva Jayate Sharira Vidyaja Jodendriya Taheka Jive Fele Vishesagre Taramate Jivati Dogormoy Sudurmati Takajeta Katin Samsare Krishna Bada Dayama Karibara Jiva Jai Swaprasadana Dilo Bhai Sayanamrita Pao Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dato Shri Chaitanya Nitai Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. जय श्री चिंताय गौरचंद्र महाप्रसादम की जय. जय जय श्री राधे. जय जय श्री राधे. जय जय श्री राधे. There is Charnamrita on the right side of the altar. Please take darshan of deities and prasadam is served downstairs. Hare Krishna.